Marriage is a beautiful commitment that brings two people together to share their lives and grow old with each other. This bond has been an integral part of human society since the dawn of civilization. While its essence remains unchanged, the concept of marriage has undergone significant transformation over the centuries. However, as societies evolved, so did the notion of marriage, with the emphasis shifting to personal fulfillment and happiness. Despite the idealistic portrayal of marriage in the Western culture, the reality is far from perfect.
I want a divorce.
According to statistics, divorce rates have been steadily increasing in recent times, with almost half of all marriages ending in divorce. This alarming trend has led many to question the very institution of marriage and its relevance in the modern world. It's hard to believe, while a couple is standing at the altar exchanging their wedding vows, almost 3 divorces are happening at that same time. As the institution of marriage has evolved over the years, so too have the traditions and customs associated with it. One such tradition that has been a focal point for many couples is the idea of an extravagant wedding, replete with lavish ceremonies and receptions that can cost a small fortune. Is the cost of a wedding a reliable predictor of the longevity of a marriage? This is a question that has intrigued many researchers, including those in the field of economics. In a groundbreaking study, economics professors have examined the relationship between the cost of a wedding and the likelihood of divorce. Their findings were startling. According to the study, men who spent between $2,000 and $4,000 on an engagement ring were 1.3 times more likely to divorce compared to those who spent between $500 and $2,000. Furthermore, weddings that cost less than $1,000 showed a significant decrease in the likelihood of divorce. These findings suggest that perhaps a simpler and more modest wedding may be the key to a long-lasting marriage. The study by these economics professors serves as a reminder that the true value of a marriage lies not in the cost of the wedding, but in the commitment and dedication of the couple to each other. The institution of marriage is evolving, and fewer people are getting married. In 2018, only 29% of those aged between 18 and 34 chose to tie the knot in the USA, compared to 59% in 1978. The trend of living together without marriage is on the rise, and those who do get married are waiting until later in life. Late marriage is becoming more popular for both genders. While women typically marry at younger ages than men, the average age of marriage for women is now approaching 30. In just over a century, the average age for marriage in the United States has shifted significantly. In 1920, women typically married at the young age of 21, while men married at 25. Recent statistics show that women are now marrying at an average age of 28 years and men at 30 years. According to the report of 2019, a new marriage occurs every 16 seconds in the United States. That's a total of 230 marriages every hour, and a whopping 2,015,603 marriages per year. On the flip side, every 42 seconds, a divorce occurs in America. This means there are 86 divorces per hour, 2,046 divorces per day, and 746,971 divorces per year. The divorce rate also varies by ethnicity. Among the different racial groups, Black couples are the highest among all races, at a whopping 31%. That's more than double the rate of divorce of white couples, which stands at 15%. The Asian divorce rate is the lowest among all races, with only 12%. Regardless of any ethnic group or country, the financial implications of divorce can be huge, especially for high net worth individuals. Legal fees, property division, and alimony payments can quickly add up. In fact, the UK is known as the divorce capital of the world, with London being the place to be for the super rich looking to split up. The UK's court system is renowned for its favorable legal traditions, giving judges the power to award a significant portion of assets to the financially weaker party. As a result, some of the most massive divorce settlements in history have been granted in the UK. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum was ordered to pay his former wife a staggering $679 million. On the other hand, celebrities have a harder time staying together than the rest of us. A U.S. census conducted in 2017 found that 52% of celebrity marriages ultimately resulted in divorce. Factors like celebrities don't need to worry about the financial aspects of divorce, difficulties in managing schedules, and the temptation of close relationships with coworkers all contribute to higher divorce rates in Hollywood. Some people think that celebrities get married and divorced just for publicity, but industry insiders suggest these relationships fail for many internal reasons. For those who were once deeply in love and had spent many happy years together, the decision to divorce can be heart-wrenching and difficult to navigate emotionally. It's not uncommon for couples to hit a rough patch in their marriage and feel like they're at the end of their rope. However, before making any hasty decisions, it's worth considering the advice of marriage expert John Gottman. Dr. John Gottman has studied married couples for decades and identified 4 major warning signs that can predict divorce with over 90% accuracy. He calls them the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Let's take a closer look at what these horsemen are, and also, if you and your partner are willing to work on it, then we will discuss the antidotes to these horsemen. Hopefully, this can save your marriage. Criticism. Knowing the difference between complaining and criticizing in a relationship is crucial.
So she's not younger than me, she's not skinnier than me, and she's not prettier than me. Then why couldn't it just be me?
Because she's softer than you. She's quieter than you. She doesn't yell at me. She doesn't call me an idiot or tell me to shut up all the time.
While complaining is bringing up a specific issue, criticizing attacks your partner's character. Constant criticism can severely harm your relationship and can bring in dissatisfaction in the long run. The Gottman method recommends using a gentle startup when discussing concerns with your partner. This technique involves avoiding personal attacks and using I statements to express needs positively. By doing so, couples can have constructive conversations and find solutions without blaming each other. Defensiveness in a relationship occurs when one or both partners deny responsibility and shift the blame onto the other person. It can lead to misunderstandings and hurt feelings. The solution is to take responsibility for your part in the issue and validate your partner's perspective. Even if you don't think you're fully responsible, owning up to a small part of the problem can go a long way in building a healthy relationship. Stonewalling is when one partner completely shuts down communication during a conversation, causing disconnection and making it hard to fix the problem. The solution to stonewalling is to take a break and give each other space when feeling overwhelmed, and then return to the conversation once both parties have calmed down. It's important to refrain from thinking, writing, or talking about the conflict during this break. Also, try to work towards building trust in the relationship. Contempt. According to John Gottman, contempt is a toxic behavior that can lead to emotional abuse and is the biggest predictor of divorce. It involves putting your partner down and showing superiority, which can be displayed through eye-rolling, name-calling, and sarcastic comments. To combat contempt, Gottman suggests reminiscing about the positive aspects of the past that made you fall in love with your partner. Communication is the key to a healthy relationship, and it's important to remember that it's a two-way street. By listening to your partner's concerns and being open to making positive changes, you can build trust and understanding that will strengthen your relationship. Of course, maintaining a happy marriage takes effort and commitment from both partners, but the rewards are immeasurable. When you have a loving and supportive partner by your side, there's no obstacle you can't face together. So if you think one or both of you are facing any of these 4 patterns, try to resolve it together.